Hello, TPI family. This is Dawn. Thank you for joining us for another Facebook Live today. Today we are here with Jenny from CIE Tours.
Hi.
She has a lot of information that she's going to be sharing with you today, so we're going to get ready and just dive right in. Some of the things we're going to talk about today are going to be groups promos, early booking discount, and new tours for 2020, and maybe some other things. And with that, we'll get into talking about groups promo.
That sounds great. Thank you, Dawn. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so excited to be back here in Orlando, or Maitland. So 2020 is right around the corner for us. And what we have as far as our group promotion going on right now is we do have the early booking discount available for all 2020 tours, but we also have a $500 booking bonus when you book a 2020 group. When you look at our groups, we basically have three different kinds of groups that you can book with us. So you have your standard brochure group, and that is if you were just looking in our brochure and opened up one of the pages and saw a tour, you could actually go in and hold space on one of those. We also have our customized tours, which you can put together yourself. And then we have our small group departures as well. So when you look at a group with CIE, it is a minimum of 10 passengers not rooms, to qualify for a group. So it's very easy to be able to go in and hold group space, even if it's just kind of spec space. Because right now we are doing it where you can hold space with no money down as well. So great promotion you're getting still until the end of this month. 2019 pricing for all 2020 groups, as well as the $500 booking bonus and no money down for, I believe right now it's about 45 days. And then at that point, the deposit is required, 20% deposit.
Wonderful. That is a great deal.
Yeah, so it's definitely is the time now to go ahead and start, padding your business for that. Also know that when you book a group with us, you have the ability to work directly with your local BDM. Your local BDM can put together any type of travel checks for you if you want them to come out and do a presentation to, say a school group, a church group, a golf group, anything like that. And then they'll also work with you to help produce flyers for you free of charge.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So we'll send it to you in a PDF. So you can also use it, share it on your social media sites. You'll be able to email it out to your prospective clients. So it's, a lot of ways to be able to help you fill your group space.
Absolutely. I did notice that you guys are great about that. With
Yes.
BDMs, with who you get when you call in and talk to you, everything I've seen, I've been very impressed with your amazing customer service that you guys provide.
Yes, we definitely have amazing customer service. We actually have a 97% satisfaction rate with all of our guests. So that is a huge thing for us. And of course, our reservation staff, they are awesome. We want you to call in and talk to them, not just to make you smile because they all have their Irish accents, but just because they're so knowledgeable and they can pretty much tell you anything and everything. So we do not penalize. We actually encourage you to call in.
You encouraged to call in, and I noticed that you guys basically said, we'll make this trip however you want to make it. Whether it's preset, you choose, a little bit of both. I'm definitely impressed with everything that CIE offers. Definitely.
We're here to please you and your clients, obviously.
97% time, you are doing that.
There we go, yes.
All right, well, thank you for talking to us about the group's promo. So why don't we go ahead and talk about the early booking discount?
So our early booking discount is valid until the end of this month. So you have until September 30th, and that is 10% off all of our 2020 tours. So it's a great deal right now. And it's also, once again, we've kept the rates at 2019 until the end of this month. As of October 1st, the rates will go up, and then the discounts will go away. So you'll see basically a 10% increase in what the rates are right now.
Gotcha. So it's a good time to
So it's a
get that
great time to
in.
go ahead and book.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now you were talking about new tours for 2020.
Oh my goodness.
I'm always
so
excited to hear about new stuff.
I am so excited about this. We are, as you probably know, we are the leading provider of Ireland and Britain when it comes to that. That's what we're known for. That's our core. That's all we do for the most part. With that being said, in 2019, we did launch Iceland and Italy into our product line. So we have a bunch of new tours for 2020. And when I say a bunch, we launched 13.
Oh, wow.
New
That
tours.
is a lot.
Yes. And as of last Monday, the brand new 2020 brochure is out. It is available. So all of those 13 tours are now bookable as well. But to give you an idea, because some of them just completely excite me, we launched a day tripper program for London and also for Dublin. So what that is that your clients, if they're going to London, they can do the day tripper. And they literally are staying in the same hotel for the 6 nights. And then each day they get on the motor coach and they day trip out to their tours. And then they always come back later that afternoon or that night to their specified hotel.
Oh, I love
So
it.
this is great for people who want to do a guided vacation, but they don't want to have to pack and unpack and do all that.
Exactly.
They're stationary in which either, like I said, we're doing this in London and we're doing it in Dublin. So it kind of gives them the best of both worlds.
I definitely like that. That sounds like something I would.
I know.
would love.
It's just,
Definitely.
it's so much fun. And it's not like you're missing out on doing anything, because even in the Dublin one, you know, even though you're still coming back to, you know, city center in Dublin at your hotel, you are still being able to go out and do the Cliffs of Moher, do, you know, a portion of the Ring of Kerry. So you're still getting all of that beautiful countryside. You're just not having to unpack and repack. What's another one? Oh, we're adding in London and a Paris combo. So we're doing 3 nights in London, 3 nights Paris, and we're including the Eurostar. So that is new for us as well. In Iceland, we are adding on, and it's only from November to March, we're adding on what we call the Quest.
Mm-hmm.
And what that is that with the Quest, we are taking the clients out on the water to be able to see the Northern Lights, because you have a 90% more better chance of seeing the Northern Lights if you're on the water than if you are on the land. So from November to March, they'll add in the Quest portion of it to our Taste of Iceland, and they'll be able to go out into the water to see the Northern Lights. So absolutely amazing. What else? Oh, we're doing a castles and manors tour. So all of your stays will either be in castles or manors. So that's great for your luxury clients, or for those people who have just always dreamt about being able to go and sleep in a castle. What else? Because I know, like I said, there's 13, and I know I'm forgetting some. Oh, Italy. With Italy, we also added in, for a Taste of Italy, we've also added in Sorrento. So that kind of gives it that little that it was missing. Did I really just say Okay.
It works.
There you go. That, with adding in Sorrento, not only are they doing the 2 nights Rome, 2 nights Florence, 2 nights Venice, but now they're also adding in Sorrento, so they're being able to get onto Capri and do Pompeii and all of that. So it just gives that extra, that Amalfi coastline that we were missing, that people always want to go to. And what's some of the others? I just can't even think. There's so many. But yeah, so a ton of new product for us. This now brings us to, I believe, 63 guided vacations.
That is amazing.
In just Ireland, Britain, and now, we'll have 4 tours in Iceland, because we also do an Iceland-Ireland combo, which is really cool, because you get the best of Iceland with doing the whole ring, and then you get the best of Dublin doing the southern portion as well, and it's like a 10-night combo. And and we do include the airfare from Reykjavik to Dublin.
Oh, wow.
So
Nice.
it's a great tour, and everyone's always like, I never thought of Ireland and Iceland together, but it works. It gives you two completely different vacations in one. So
and beautiful places to see.
And beautiful. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. So we're doing Iceland in October for our national sales meeting. So
Very nice.
I'm gonna be like Instagram crazy in October when I start posting.
There are so many I would be crazy about. The castles and manors, though, sounds amazing.
It is such a different thing because everyone wants to be able to, stay in castles and manors, and we're, we're staying in some of, the more prominent, like Ashford Castle and different things like that. So it really gives, it just really kind of opens up that whole, like, mystery of being able to do it, that whole of just feeling like you're regal.
Exactly.
Type of thing.
What it feels like to stay in a place like
that, because most people never get to. They just dream of it.
Exactly. Or we see the movies and we're like, oh, that would be so cool.
I know. I can't wait.
Well, I am very excited for all of this, and I cannot believe 13 new tours. That's big.
That's a lot to launch when we haven't really launched that many new tours. We probably haven't launched 13 new tours in like 5 years. So it just, we're coming back with what we take into account everything that our guests tell us. So after every single tour, the guests have to fill out comment cards, and literally poor Garrett in New Jersey, he reads every single comment.
Oh.
So we truly take into heart, what our clients are saying, what they're wanting.
Absolutely.
And we've expanded out on that. So we've added a lot more to our tours. We say that our tours are inclusive. And what that means is that, they include all the hotels. They include all of the sightseeing. They include about 85 to 90% of the meals. So once the clients get on board the motor coach, there is no exchange of monies.
Right.
Like with some other companies, they'll upsell. We don't do that. Our drivers are fully focused on the commentary and the guest experience. But then, the clients have also said they wanted choices. So now in a lot of our tours, depending on the city that we're in, we're giving them a choice. Like you can either, say in Galway, you can either go into Galway and do like a walking tour of Galway, or if you want, you can go to the Customar Marble Factory. So we're giving them kind of an either or, but we're providing the transportation for both of what they're wanting to do.
Exactly. And again, that was one of the things, one of the many things that I was impressed with is that you guys listen to what the customer wants. And just like you said, Garrett reads the cards. It definitely shows in everything, the time and care that you guys put into it, and the willingness to work with the agents and to work with the customers to give them the vacation that they want.
Yes.
I know there was one that I had seen where it had said that you can stay at hotels, B&Bs, or a mixture of both. And just that being able to be active in choosing your itinerary like that, I think that's big with customers and agents.
So that would be our self-driver, our kind of our go as you please, which is basically our self-drive program, where we basically give you the rental car and then we give you the vouchers. And for the vouchers, you can book the bed and breakfast on the go as you please, or you can choose to book hotels or do a mixture. Okay. So if you book the hotels, you can book the hotels in advance, whereas the B&Bs, you can usually do like 24, 48 hours prior. But our Go As You Please program is huge. We've seen a big uptick in that in our Ireland business, just because some people do just want to do what they want.
Right.
So that gives them the freedom to do it. And then we also have our private driver program. And our private driver program is kind of our take on an FIT, meaning for private driver, you can have 1 to 9 people. and it is fully customizable. So you do have to utilize the driver for a minimum of 3 days, but he acts as your guide as well as kind of like your chauffeur. We see this most popular with honeymoon couples, multi-generational, and believe it or not, whiskey and beer. I mean, guys that want to go and like hit all the distilleries or hit all the pubs and then play golf as well. You know, they love being able to do this. So with the private driver, you can include as much as you want or as little as you want. So it's the same thing. It's fully customizable. So if you wanted to do some B&Bs, if you wanted to do castle stays, if you wanted to do regular hotels, we will build it to whatever specifications you want. And they're all Mercedes class cars. So depending on how many people you have, you can have like a Mercedes sedan, you can have a Mercedes minivan, whatever. But it's based on the number of people that you have as to what type of Mercedes class. So that's kind of our take on an FIT.
Awesome.
On a higher end, of course.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I was very impressed with that. And then, you know, where they were talking about your driver talking to you about their culture and their life living there, like that definitely appeals to me. I like that kind of one-on-one and getting that history and the stories. So,
well, what you'll notice
stuff.
too about our drivers is our drivers are from that region. So say you're in Southern Ireland, your driver is going to be from the southern part of Ireland, meaning they could be from Dublin, they could be from Killarney, from Cork, any of those areas. If you're up in Northern Ireland, say in Belfast and that's where your guide and driver is going to be from. So they do have that personal one-on-one because they've lived there, you know, the majority of their life.
Exactly.
And they know everything about it. So they can kind of tell you little nooks, crannies. They have all the fun stories.
Right.
That you're just like, oh, I never knew that.
They know the good spots or the good pubs.
Or
like
the good
you were
pubs.
just talking about.
Yes, they will tell you which pub to go to and which ones to avoid.
Right. It's always good to have that knowledge.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I mean, so much. My head is just spinning now. I'm like, I want to go look at some of these tours, start booking some things here. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us today? Anything new happening? Any other news?
Oh my goodness. Like I said, we have so much going on with the launching of, you know, all of these new tours and just trying to get out to everyone, you know, to definitely look in the brochures. You know, we are great when it comes to, you know, giving the clients exactly what they want, you know, being able to provide them everything. But I think where we fall short is kind of touting our own greatness. I mean, literally, we've been doing this for 88 years. We think that everyone just kind of knows about us. And, you know, they don't, honestly. We're not this big, huge company. We are very much niche driven. And when I say that, like I said, we're Ireland, we're Britain, you know, we're a little bit of, of Italy, we're a little bit of Iceland. You know, one of the big things too is we have our St. Patrick's Day tour. It's called the Wearing of the Green. And believe it or not, as of today, we are 6 months away. So I know, hard to believe that it's 6 months away.
Wow.
But when you look at that, you know, that we're starting to do a really big push for. It is a one-time only tour that we do, obviously once a year. It is centered around the St. Patrick's Day celebration in Ireland. We do a guest-only event for the clients that are on our tour during that time, and where they get to go into the post office, which the post office is like this. It's a big thing in Ireland, and this is where everything just kind of happens. So the main parade goes in front of the post office, and all of our clients have front door access to the parade, and you know they have their food, their drink, everything included. And, you know, you've got the mayor and all this. So it's this really big deal to be able to do this parade and for our clients to be literally right there in the center of it. So wearing of the green, you're going to see a huge push for that. I've actually seen some stuff come out this week already because we're literally at that six month cutoff. Another bucket list item that I was never fully aware of until I started with the company is in Scotland, when you do the military tattoo, which I gather is a lot of people's bucket list item, is the military tattoo, where they come out and, you know, it's the military band, the Scottish military band plays for everyone. All of our tours that include Scotland, that include Edinburgh, in the month of August, we include the military tattoo tickets. And you have reserved seating front and center for that.
Very cool.
So if you've ever seen anything about the military tattoo, I understand it's just something that people will never, ever forget, being able to say that they did that.
I can honestly say I had not heard of that either. I'm going to have to look into what
Yes,
that
look at it.
entails.
And
sounds cool.
Yeah, and then we've got little videos on it, which are really cool, that you can go in and share. But that happens every August, and it is a huge sellout all the time.
Very nice. And so this is on your site as well. I know I saw the wearing of the green.
Yes, the wearing of the green, yes, and then the military tattoo. Those are two kind of special things that we do that pretty much no other company, you know, can do. And if you're looking at Ireland and Britain, you know, just know that we have literally 59 tours now, 59 guided vacations.
That's amazing.
Strictly in Ireland and Britain alone, whereas our closest competitor only has 22. So when I say there is, you know, there's no one that comes close to what we offer. Literally, it's not an understatement.
No, not at all. That's absolutely
So this is what we do.
Absolutely. I thank you so much for coming out today with all of this information. I'm even excited now about planning a vacation. Just to kind of recap for you guys, and most of you know this, but the information we discussed, it's all on the site, the wearing of the green, the military tattoo. The information for the groups is also on their site, what it takes to make a group, the different types of groups, and how they compare. So everything can be found there. I'm not seeing any more questions. So with that, I think we'll just go ahead and sign off today. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you again.
Thank you.
And until next time, we'll see you soon.
Bye. Thank you.